Hi everyone, we're going to evaluate the definite integral given over the interval 0 to pi, and we're going to use substitution with your half angle identity. So let's rewrite this a little bit first. I can rewrite this as the integral of cosine squared of 2t and then square this dt. Let's put that squared there. All right, and now we're going to use our half angle identity for cosine squared, which is right here. So rewriting that again, you're going to get 1/2, I'm doing this part, 1/2, 1 plus cosine 2, this is the 2 here. My theta happens to be 2t, so that's going to be times 2t. And then we're going to have, let's see, what do I have, 2 parentheses? Okay, so that's going to be squared dt. Now, that's using your half angle identity. And now what I can do is go ahead and pull out this 1/2. So if you take 1/2 squared, that's going to be 1/4. And then we can write it as pi, 0 to pi. And then you're going to have, when you square this, you're going to have 1 plus 2 cosine 4t plus cosine squared 4t dt. So that's just using your a plus b squared formula. This is like your a plus b squared. All right, now I can further arrange this as 1/4 pi, 0 to pi, 1 plus 2 cosine 4t. And now I'm going to use my half angle identity again. So that's going to be plus 1/2, 1 plus cosine 2 times 4t dt. So to save some room, this is just going to end up being 8t. So finally we can integrate this. Well, let's see if we can do one more step. Let's do 1/4 pi 0, and I'm going to pull out the 1/2 again. So that's going to be 3/2 plus 2 cosine 4t plus 1/2 cosine 8t dt. Now, let's go ahead and integrate it. We're going to get 1/4, and then for this piece, that's going to be 3/2 t plus 1/2. Basically, you're doing. Okay, let me just write this out. Sine 4t. That means you're taking the antiderivative of this. So this is going to be 2 times 1/4 when you do it, and you get your 1/2. Plus, same thing here, it's going to be 1/2 times 1/8. So that's going to be 1 divided by 16 sine of 8t. And then we're going from 0 to pi. All right, now let's evaluate it. So we're going to get 1/4 And 3 pi divided by 2 plus 1/2 sine of 4 pi plus 1/16 sine of 8 pi. And that's the first part. Minus, now when you plug in 0 in all these, sine of 0 is just 0. So the last part's just going to be 0. Now, sine of 4 pi is 0. Sine of 8 pi is 0. Because sine of 2 pi is 0. Thinking about coterminal angles. So finally, your final answer is just going to be multiplying these two. And that's going to give you 3 pi divided by 8. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.